Hello and a good morning, good afternoon and a very good evening to you, the good people of the true people. Hope you're feeling grand and always well in your world. Welcome to another, I will get my English right, 2 thumbs today, why not? Welcome to another how to play blues guitar lesson, everybody. Today's vid, we are going to go minimalism. We are literally going to be using basically 4 notes and a bend, and that's it. Well, technically 5 notes, but the 5th note doesn't really come in, or 6th note, I don't know. I'm calling it the 4 note because basically that's kind of where we're going. Still in B minor, this is a continuation from the 4 lessons that come previous. So basically so far, lesson 1, 2, 3 and 4, this one, will all tie in together. So you can kind of play it all back to back if you wish. So yeah, like I say, today we're going to go B.B. King minimalism, basically. We're going to use basically 4 notes with a couple of bends, and we're going to finish on the 5th note, basically. It's all about letting it breathe again. Last month we did the crazy kind of Gary Moore kind of craziness, and this month we're back to let it breathe. You know, what you don't play is important, especially after kind of the last lesson where it was kind of like really full on and that kind of thing. To go back to a dynamic like this where the dynamic just drops off and it just goes back to being really, really calm and you're literally playing nothing. It's a good thing to do, and it also feels really good to do, and also gives people a break as well if people are listening to it, because you've got to think about the way people are taking in that information. If you're just going to overload them with shred licks for 4 minutes, people are just going to be like, ugh, you know, drops in dynamic and drops in how much you play can affect how the song kind of is put across, if that makes any sense. You know, it's really important. Tension and release. All music is, you know, tension and release. Go crazy and then drop it off all the way right down to nothing again. It really is. It's such an important part of blues guitar. Peter Green, I feel, for me, is the master at that. That whole tension and release thing, intensity, craziness, and then calm. You know, it really is from a whisper to a scream. Yeah, with Peter, it's just amazing. I'll talk a bit more about that in this series when we get to Peter, because I think we're going to spend quite a lot of time talking about Peter. But as he's my favourite. But yeah, so yeah. Anyway, like I say, you heard the solo I'm going to teach you in the intro. Like I say, very minimalist. We're basically just using that note, that note, that note, that note, that bend, and we're going to finish on that note there. And that's basically it. So basically 4 notes and a bend. That's it. You know, we're not using any more. We don't need to. No, that's enough. It worked for B.B. King. You know, and this is very B.B. King-ish. You know, it's not exactly in the style of yet, but I'm taking his idea. You know, and B.B. used these kind of those notes a lot. You know, that kind of second position of a minor pentatonic. You know, use that a lot. So anyway, people tune. Without further ado, let's move the camera in, get a decent angle on the guitar neck, and let's get going with lesson 4. I think it's 4. Is it 4? I think it's 4. Is it 5? It's 4. Definitely 4. Could be wrong. I don't know. I'm an idiot? Yes, you're an idiot, Dave. Nothing changes. Anyway, let's go. Okie dokie, so the first lick we're going to learn today is this. That, and how this comes in is like this. So coming around from previous 12 bar to a turnaround to the 5 chord. And then it goes to a quick change there. So it's kind of a quick kind of lick. Again, it's very much in the vein of B.B. King. It's not really B.B.'s style that I'm playing, but it's kind of it's inspired by, definitely. So again, just coming out that kind of turnaround from the previous 12 bar, then to the B, then it goes to the quick change. Okay, so that's the first lick. So we're going to be on the 15th fret on the B, and then we're going to go to the 16th fret G, and then we're going to go back to the 15th fret B again, and then we're going to bend up that 15th fret as soon as we get to it, like that. And you can use one finger if you want, B.B. King style. You can use, you know, how many you want, really. I just prefer to do it one, just because out of these. Because we're not really bending that all the way up to a tone. You know, it's not really a semitone. It's kind of somewhere between a semitone and a tone. Because we're kind of just killing the note. You know, just basically let it pop off, basically. You know, just letting it die, basically. So that's the first lick. 15, 16, and then 15 bend up, kind of a tone-ish, and just kill it dead. Okay? So that's the first lick. The second lick we're going to learn today, when it goes to the 4 chord, is an awesome blues lick. We're gonna go to the 17th fret on the B string, and we're gonna bend that up a tone now. So it's gonna be bent up to the 19th fret note. Okay, so that's the first note, and then we go to the 15th B, hammer onto the 17th fret, and then we go to the 16th fret G. So just reiterate: 17th fret on the B string, bend up a tone. 15th fret B, hammer onto the 17th fret B, and we finish up on the 16th fret G. And we're going to hold that for a bit and then go BAM, and then hit it again and slide all the way down. Okay? So far, coming around from the turnaround. Okay? And then to basically, when we get back to the B, the 1 chord, we're going to do this lick, which is basically the 15th fret on the B, the 16th fret on the G. Okay, so it's just... And this one here, people of the tube, this is one where it's kind of open to your interpretation of these. You can do it really fast, or you can do it really slow. It's totally up to you. Again, a lot of this you can play around with to your own diabolical needs. You know, you can just kind of mess around and have fun with it. So far, come around from the turnaround. Okay, so we're back to the B now. So that's basically that in first section. That's the going through the B7 and then the E7 and back to the B7 again. Basically going through the quick change. That's where we are so far. So when we go to the 4 chord, the E7, we're going to do my favourite Peter Green lick. And I had to get this one in here because I love this lick. So when the progression goes to the E7, we're going to do this lick. So 14th fret on the G, hammer, well, it's this lick to a start, which is just gorgeous in so many ways. So we start off on the 14th fret on the G, hammer onto the 16th fret G, and then we go to the 15th fret B. I'll get that finger out of the way. And then we go back to the 14th fret G, and then hammer on again to the 16th fret on the G. So. Like that. And again, you can play around with dynamics and timing with this kind of lick. You know, you can go where it's kind of like quite stingy and fast, but then at the end it kind of calms off. Or you can go, you know, you can do all sorts. So the world is your oyster. It really, really is. So that's the next lick. Okay. And then to finish off the 4 chord, we're going to do that again. The same lick as we did before, where it's on the 15th fret on the B string, and then we go to the 16th fret on the G. Okay. Like that. Okay, so, all of it so far, as slow as I can possibly go with from the turnaround, is this. So that's where we are again. I'm going to do it one more time because I feel like I rushed it a bit and I don't want to rush ahead of you. So we're going to do it one more time. I'm going to try and kind of breathe and do it slow. Again, there's so much space here. It's not about filling every second with a note. I can kind of feel that pull sometimes in it. To kind of want to put more in. You have to really hold back and you really have to be kind of like get self-control and not rush this. Really let it breathe. Let the spaces breathe. Let the notes sing. Let it really go. Let it really taper off. Okay, so coming from a turnaround again. Four chord. That brings it back to the one chord. Okay, so that's where we are so far. Okay, so the next lick, so I say that lick, when we hit that 16th fret on the G string, the chord progression has then returned to the one chord, the B. Okay, so that brings that back in basically. Because that's a B note, so it's all happy and dandy. Okay, so the next lick we're going to do is really cool. Well, what blues lick isn't cool, let's be honest. Okay, so is 14th fret on the G, and then we're going to go 14th fret, we're going to play once on the 14th fret G, sorry, and then we're going to play 14th fret again, and then immediately hammer onto the 16th fret on G. And again, let it breathe, let it sing through, okay? So that's the next lick, and that's on the B, on the one chord. Okay, so just to give you an idea again. So now we're coming to the turnaround. Okay, and then for this one, what we're going to do? We're going to do this. Kind of not too dissimilar to kind of, a lick we kind of did earlier on. But again, it's just kind of like we're going to go 15th fret on the B, hammer onto the 17th fret B, and then bend it up. And as we reach the 17th fret, the 19th fret note, basically bending up that 17th fret to a tone, we're just going to kill it. Oh, you don't have to, actually. I mean, in all fairness, Paper Tube, again, you can kill it if you want, but you can let it sing. Or you can go... Again, totally down to you. I leave it with you. Do what you want. You can kill it or you can let it sing. Your choice. Okay, so that's the next lick. Okay. And then we're going to finish the whole thing. We're nearly at the end already. That's how little we're playing here. Okay, we're going to finish the whole thing with the kind of this little rundown. So we're going to start on the B string on the 17th fret. And then we're going to the 15th fret B. And then move it to the 16th fret G. 14th fret G. And then 16th fret G. And then to finish it off, to bring it into the 5 chord, we're going to go back to the 14th fret G. And then we're going to finish up on the 5th note of this, kind of, the 16th fret on the D, which brings us to the F sharp again, which is the 5 chord. Okay, so how this works is this. I'll show you it all really. I'll show you the whole thing basically now. So again, from trying to get that bit in, I need to play it because I won't be able to do it otherwise. Okay, so calm down, Dave. I'm getting all flustered, and I'm gonna start to freak out in a minute and not think I'm doing any good. Hey, what's new? Okay, so from the turnaround, the whole thing, as slow as I can go, is like this. one chord. Coming in turn around. Four chord. And that's literally it for this lesson. That's all we're going to learn, because there's no need to overcomplicate any more than that. That's enough. Again, for this lesson, I wanted to go really minimalist, more than we have maybe done in the past. Again, and kind of just go to that kind of one position and stick to that. And again, try and channel a BB King kind of feel. Again, it's not really in the style of BB, but it's kind of using that kind of idea of his, where it kind of, you know, it's very simple, straightforward, it breathes, it's got a lot of space in it. So, I'll do it one more time, people of the tube. So, hopefully, you know, my brain is always going to go, you rubbish, Dave, and you're useless, and you can't teach, and you're just the worst teacher in the world. So, that's going to be fun for the next couple of weeks to deal with. Excuse me, hiccups. Yes. So, let's try and do it again. So, from the turnaround of the previous 12 bar into this section. I'm going to start that again. I messed up. I added an extra note there. I wasn't supposed to do that. I do apologise. I'm going to do it again. There you are, my brain. Thank you very much. Yeah, cheers. I don't need to know that. Okay, so coming around for turnaround again. 5 chord. And that's literally it, PeopleTube. What I'm going to do, actually, I'm going to play it with the backing track that I've got. So I'm just going to get that going. I'm just going to play it again. I hear it with the backing going, just so you can hear it, because that last bit's kind of vague, I feel. So I'm going to do it with the backing track as context. So here we go. This one sing. Okay, so coming around to the turnaround now. Okay, so hopefully you can hear. I hope that gives it a bit more context. So, because that last bit without kind of like the chords going around, especially the turnaround, it just sounds a bit vague to me, and I want you to be able to understand where I'm going with it. It's okay tapping on the scratch plate, keeping the time and everything, but I like you to hear the context of the notes and how they fit in and stuff. I think it's really important. So that's it, PeopleTube. It's simple as that for this episode. no bells and whistles, no nothing. Just about letting it breathe and just feeling it. Like just let it breathe. It's just let it be that thing. No kind of no craziness really. Just letting it just breathe. Like I say, I mean that's the only word I can really think of to describe it. There's so much space in there, and I feel that's really, really important. And like I say, people like BB King and Peter Green and people like that, they're masters at this whole thing of just kind of going and just having that self-restraint to know that that's enough. You know what I mean? And just letting that sing, and then just playing another two notes and letting that sing. Just letting it breathe instead of it kind of like being kind of too much. I mean, too much is fun, don't get me wrong, and we will be doing more of that. But when we dive into people like Gary Moore and people like that, Jimi Hendrix, when we dive into their kind of blues style, we're going to go crazy. But there has to be a balance struck with the blues, I feel, where you have to, if you're going to go crazy, you have to balance that out at some point with releasing that craziness. You can't just be kind of like hell for leather all the time. Well, you can, but I think you do have to do the tension and release thing. It's really important, I feel, because otherwise you're just going to be smashing people in the face all the time, and it's not really what it's about. It's about reaching people on a level, and some people respond to crazy fast, and really screaming guitar, and then some people respond to really gentle guitar. Some people respond to this, some people respond to this. Again, and you kind of want to cover that gap, that whole thing, really. You want to cover that whole spectrum, and again, you've got to feel this. You've got to feel where you are in it as well. And that's why I say, when you're doing a lick like that, you can play that a million different ways. There's so many different kind of little dynamic ways you can play those three notes. It's insane. And it's just all about how you feel at the time. If you want to stick on a distortion pedal, and then turn it off, you can do that kind of thing. That's actually really cool. I'll talk about that more in the future, but I'll give you an idea now quick, because I feel I haven't given you enough people with tube. So I'm going to talk a bit more. So the idea of kind of light and shade in blues. So again, sticking to our blues in B, get the backing track going again, so we can be really calm. So nice, just really calm. But when it gets to the four chord, we can get a bit angrier. Calm. I don't know how long that was, but just for that moment in time, I get lost. You just dive in and you swim. That's what you do. And the light and shade thing, the tension and release is so important. And there are, I feel that. So when I play like blues, like a 12-bar like that, there's so many points where I just want to go absolutely crazy. And, I just want to get angry with the guitar. I just want to get angry with the guitar. I want it to scream. I want it to just sound chaotic and crazy, because that's how I feel at that point in time. I just want to let that out. And then I'll vent that out, and then I'll be sad about the fact I had to let that out, And then, it's all about channeling your emotions into this and then out through one of those. It's so important to just be one. These aren't separate entities to you. These are all you. They're just a different part of you. You're not separated. This isn't where at this point in time. This is a guitar because I'm not playing it. This is an amplifier because it's not making any noise. They're my pedals. But as soon as I turn the volume up and I start playing, they're now my voice. They're now an extension of me and my being. They're no longer just kind of like this. This thing, this object, if you will. It's now me basically, and like I say, it's you. And this is now me as well. This is my voice box. This is well, I don't know what you want to call it, heart. I'm guessing, I don't know, but that's my mouth. Basically, the speakers are my mouth, the amp is my voice box, the guitar's my heart. Let's say that. That's lovely. Okay, so yeah, there you go, PivoTube. Anyway, I am going to get off now because I don't want to bore you with my silly ramblings about the guitar being a heart. But it is. That's where you play from. I always feel that you're playing from your brain. Well, for me, I can understand some people it works. But for me, if I play from my head, it really gets convoluted, and I get really annoyed and angry at it. It never really works out very well. So if I just turn that off and go unconscious to it, the better I feel I play. I never think I play great because I just don't. I'm just that way. But I kind of like that because it makes me push myself. You know what I mean? It's like you gotta dig. You gotta be better. You gotta work harder. You gotta really push for it, and I like that more. So yeah. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the vid, PivoTube. I hope it's been somewhat informative. Anyway, I hope there's been something in it you can take away, and I hope the lesson makes sense. Like I say, all these episodes so far, they all link in together. So the backing track in episode 1. You can now play episode 1, 2, 3, and 4. This one, I think it's episode 4. Over that backing track all together. They will all link together. So you have the intro jam, the intro 12-bar, then the second 12-bar, then the crazy 12-bar, and then this calm one to bring it back down. So anyway, yeah, I'll see you again for another vid, everybody. Like I said, I'll get another one of these done for the end of next month. I think that's where I might do another one of these yet, just to finish this off, but I quite like the way this one ends, because it's kind of, it's quiet and it's calm, and it just kind of ends, it's nice. So the next episode we do, we might look into something different. I don't know yet exactly what that'll be. If you have any suggestions, people of YouTube, of what if there's anything you want to look at blues-wise, let me know in the comment section below, and I'll get to it at some point. But yeah, so anyway, this is kind of like a BB King, Peter Green inspired kind of one, but calm, really calm. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video, everybody. I will see you again very soon for another one. Have a great morning, afternoon, and good evening, and have a thumbs up. Goodbye now. Thank you very much indeed for watching. Goodbye now.